To get started, take your fabric and position your lace over the top. And then position your ribbon. And once you've positioned everything as you want it, you can take your needle and thread and then just carefully sew the ends together. You don't have to do it too neatly because it's all going to be covered up, but you just want to make sure it's nice and secure. And once you're happy it's nice and secure, you can trim your tail end. And then repeat at the other side. And once you've sewed both ends, it should look something like this. So now you can put that to one side, and you want to take your chain. And then one of your jump rings, and then attach your jump ring to the end of the chain. You can fasten that with pliers. And then just count how many you want to have along before you add your next jump ring. So I'm going to go for double the space so it'll hang down a little bit. But you can really add it wherever you like. Now I'm going to add another jump ring and then fasten with pliers. So I've added 3 altogether. Now I'm going to remove the last link from the chain. So you should end up with something like this. So now I want to take my buttons, and I'm going to sew a button over each jump ring. I'm tying a knot in the end of the thread, trying to keep it to the end as much as possible. And I'm just going to trim the excess. So work where you want to add your buttons. So for me, I'm going in between the hearts, but it depends on what kind of ribbon you're using as to where you position yours. And then I'm going to go in between the fabric and the lace. This is just to hide that knot on the little tail end. And just push the needle up through both. And then add the jump ring. And then add your first button. Then you want to position your button and your jump ring so that you're sewing through both. Just hold everything in place. and then sew the button onto this cuff, but go all the way through this time. So you want to work through your fabric as well. It was just for the first bit that you didn't want to put it in. And just sew your button on until you're satisfied that it's nice and secure. So once you've got your first button on, it should look something like this. So you can take your scissors and snip the tail end if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to carry it along the back to the next button. So I'm just going to work once again beneath the lace but above the felt. And then I'm going to insert the needle through the lace and the ribbon but not the felt. I want to insert the needle through the first jump ring, and then add the button. Then I'm going to sew this on the same way as I did last time, making sure to go through the button and the jump ring each time. And then I'm going to do this for the last button as well. So once you've added all your buttons and your chain, it should look something like this. So now you just want to hide your tail end. So I'm going to work through the fabric but not through the lace and the ribbon. And then just trim off the tail end. So next all you need to do is just add your crimp ends. So you can work out which side you want to fasten from and then add the correct one at each side. So I'm going to take the crimp end with the clasp on, and make sure it's positioned correctly. And then use the pliers to close it. Just pinch it nice and tight, one end, and then do the other end, making sure each time that both ends are nice and secure. And then you want to repeat this at the other end. When you've done, you should end up with something that looks like this. And this is your completed wrist cuff.